Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a review and a tutorial for you. I'm going to be showing you the new Huda Beauty Textured Shadow Palette Rose Gold Edition. This came out on Huda's website about a month ago, quickly sold out. It became available on Sephora.com and in stores, I believe it was Monday, and this is the box that it comes in. I picked mine up at a Sephora store. But I gotta say, they only had 2 in stock, and this was a major Sephora store here in Las Vegas. We have 5 or 6 Sephoras now here in town, and only 3 of the stores actually received the palette, and they got very limited quantities. So I was lucky enough to call first thing in the morning. The store told me they only got 2. I said, put one on hold for me. Of course I could have ordered online, but I am super impatient when it comes to this stuff. I just wanted to get it and try it out for a few days and then be able to put a tutorial and a review out for you guys as soon as possible. Now this does retail for $65. I did feel like it was a little small when she handed it to me. I don't know why, I just thought it would be bigger. It looked like it was bigger when I would see it on social media. And then I had also just most recently gotten this Morphe palette, this Kathleen Lights palette, and when I compared it, I don't know, it just seemed like the two, it was just smaller. I don't know, I was expecting it to be bigger, but I don't mind that it's small. I don't really like big palettes. I find them cumbersome when you're trying to do your makeup in the morning, or especially as a makeup artist. If you want to have something for your kit, it's better to have smaller palettes than like big bulky palettes. Now I have read in other reviews, people have been saying that they don't really like the packaging, that they think it's cheap and not worthy of a $65 palette. But I don't mind the packaging. I think it's sturdy. I think it'll travel okay. It's got a nice magnetic closure. There's no mirror. I personally like a mirror, but it's not a must-have for me. I know some people really want to have a mirror in there. The clear cover, I can take it or leave it. It doesn't bother me. I like that I can actually see the colors. What I do like is that the names of the colors are imprinted right on the packaging versus being in one of those little plastic slips that they often put in with the names, like the chocolate bar palette does that. And I find them kind of annoying, so I usually throw them out. And so then when I'm going to do a tutorial, I don't know what the colors are that I am showing you. So for those of us who do YouTube tutorials and Instagram tutorials, having the names there is helpful. So overall, I think that the design of the palette and the amount that you get, I think it's actually reasonable for the price. Now, quality, that was another kind of iffy thing if you read reviews, and I know that obviously you're somebody like me because you're watching this video that likes to research products before you spend your money on them, so you want to know what people think of it, how it's used, etc., etc. So I'm here to tell you that in my experience, and if you've watched my videos in the past, you know that with palettes, pigmentation is probably the #1 thing that I look for. I want a creamy texture. I don't want them to be chalky. I want, when I see the color, I want it, when I swatch it, I want it to be true to that shade. So there are 18 shades in this palette, and I'm gonna go pretty slowly to show you all of the colors. As you can see, the top row are your textured shadows or your kind of glittery pressed pigments. And then the rest are gonna be matte, with the exception of, obviously that's a pressed pigment. And then this one right here, this Moon Dust, that is like a shimmery brow bone inner corner highlight. It's a shimmer texture versus a pressed pigment texture. All the rest are mattes. I like that you get a matte black. Some people don't care about that, but I think in a palette, it's a must because I like to use it for liner, or I like to use it to smoke out my outer corners. I like that there's a cool tone in here, a good transition shade. You've got your trending colors, which are your kind of reddish plums and pinks. Those are really popular right now. And I just think overall it's a very well-rounded palette. And the pigment for me has been very good. I've used this palette for about 4 days now, tried almost all the colors, and I think that they work beautifully. They're not as buttery as, say, a Lorac or even some of the shades in like the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I don't find them to be that as creamy, but they're not chalky. And once again, the pigment is good. It's not like I have to go into the brush several times to pick up the pigment. I'll show you actually just, you know, some of the shades. I'm not gonna go through them all, but this is Cocoa, so it's a nice rich brown. And then when you put it on your skin, it actually transfers to that same shade. Some of you might have seen like my Nikki Tutorials Too Faced review where the color looked great on the finger, but then once you swatched it on your skin or on your eye, it didn't show up like that at all. So that was a big problem for me. I want the color that you see when you swatch it to be the same that appears on your skin or on your eyes. So that's important to me. And I found that, again, while they're not the most buttery texture, they're not chalky, they don't fly all over, and the pigment is really, really good. Now, for the pressed pigments, a lot of people have had issues with that. I have found that, yeah, you do need to use some sort of cream base with these, and you also need to use your fingers. And I am gonna be demonstrating how to use these in the tutorial for this look that I have on right now. So overall, bottom line with this palette is I do like it. I'm so happy I got it. I think that the glitter, the pressed pigments are beautiful. If you are one of my viewers that is maybe 50, 60 plus and just, you know, you don't wear glitter or any shimmer on the eye, obviously this palette is not gonna be for you. I feel like I'm kind of in that age where I can still get away with a little shimmer on the eye, so I'm absolutely loving it and very, very happy I got it. So if you can get your hands on it before it sells out, because Sephora is having their VIB Rouge sale right now. It starts today, and then their just the regular VIB sale is I think the following week. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell out during that time. So if you can get your hands on it ASAP, then I definitely would. Now with the review out of the way, if you're interested in seeing how I worked with the palette to get this look right here, then please keep on watching. So I've already used some eyeshadow primer, and now I'm going in with the shade Bay and a flat shader brush. So I'm just taking this color and putting it under the brow bone and then into the crease. And I'm not placing it on the lid because that's where the glittery shades are gonna go. And as I said, they work best over a creamier texture. Now I know it looks like I have a little bit of eyeliner on, but I had to redo this whole eye tutorial because, well, let's just say I wasn't in frame for like any of it. I don't know why I am so bad at camera angles for my eyes. Next, I'm taking this big fluffy brush from Elena Badro. It doesn't have a number on it, but any big fluffy brush will do. I'm going to be using the shade called Sandalwood in my crease. So with this, I'm just going back and forth like a windshield wiper. Because I have hooded downturned eyes, I'm going to be using tape to help me get a real cat eye effect. So as you can see, I placed the tape on a diagonal from the corner of my eye to the corner of my brow. Now going in with a more tapered crease brush, this is the Morphe 330 brush. I'm going in with the shade Henna, which is very much like a Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna or a MAC Brown script if you'd like to do this look using MAC shades. Now this color is going in the crease as well, but because it has a more pointed tip, it's gonna go more right into the socket, whereas the first color was kind of my transition and was more blended out. So as you can see, these colors are pretty pigmented. And when I blend, I like to make little circles as well. Now using the Morphe M506 and this plummy shade called Bossy, I'm taking Bossy and I'm putting that right in the outer V. And again, I like to make small circles. And for Bossy, a MAC substitute might be like Shadowy Lady or Sketch. And then going back with the brush I used for Henna, I'm just buffing it out. Now using a concealer brush and MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. So with that Soft Ochre, I'm going to be applying it to the center of what we call the mobile eyelid and also into the inner corner. Trying not to get too close to Bossy. Now using my finger, I'm going in with Angelic, which is this beautiful pressed pigment right here. and I'm just kind of mushing it around with my finger. So this is Angelic. And I'm taking this and just pressing it onto my lid. So now I'm going in with Bossy one more time just to kind of blend in the Angelic, the pressed pigment, with the outer V color. Now using an angled MAC 266 brush and black Truffle, I am going to be doing a soft winged liner. So starting at the base of the lash, and then winging up. And you can't leave it like that, otherwise you have this weird check mark. So with a hooded lid, you need to kind of bring it in, fill in that whole area. So now that the soft wing liner is done, I remove the tape and I'm applying some concealer. Well, I cleaned up under my eyes first with a wipe, and now I'm applying a little Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm just touching up underneath my eyes. And then I'm setting my under eyes with a little Monica Dar C2 powder. Now using any black eye pencil, this one is by Frankie Rose, I'm going to be tightlining my upper and lower lash line. So I'm going to curl my lashes, apply some mascara and some falsies, and be right back. So once the glue is dry on the lashes, I'm going to take a black liquid eyeliner pen. This one is just from L'Oreal, and I'm going to go over the band of the lashes. And then using a Morphe M507, which is a little bit more pointed than the 506, and the matte black, I'm just going to be deepening up the outer corners of my eyes with the black. Kind of smoking out that liner even more and defining that outer V. And I'm winging the brush kind of out, dragging it along the lash line a little, and then bringing it out. I want to go back in with that brush that I used for henna, which was my second crease color, and I want to blend it out. And then just to give it a little bit more of a gradient between the black and the Angelic, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here called Fling, also on my finger, and I'm going to pop Fling right in between. Your eyes should look something like this. Now using a NARS 15 brush, I'm going to go back into Sandalwood and then henna to line my lower lash line. And then going into henna, then I'm taking a pencil brush and going into Moon Dust and placing that in the inner corner of my eye. And also right underneath the brow bone. So now the eyes are complete. So here we have the completed look using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. So for foundation, I used my La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation in beige, which is my new favorite. For blush, I used Hourglass Mood Exposure, which is this pretty pinky color. And for my lips, I've used Laura Mercier Hazelnut Tea Lip Liner and Dose of Colors Truffle Liquid Lipstick. In the intro, I did have on a different combo, and I'll write that down below. But as I mentioned when I was doing the beginning of the eye tutorial, I had to basically refilm large portions of this video, so things kind of got changed up a little bit, but I hope you don't mind having the two lip options. Again, I'll list what they both are down in the description box. So I hope you all enjoyed this review / tutorial. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I know I have quite a few new subscribers thanks to the giveaway I have going on now that is running for 1 more week. Welcome to you all. I hope that a lot of you will stick around once the giveaway ends. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much for watching. My dog just busted in the room. Time to go. See you in my next video.